I invite you to focus on, and for our reflection, our focus is in today's gospel. And today's gospel reading, Jesus speaks of two kinds of food. One, the food that cannot last, and secondly, the food that endures to eternal life. Jesus challenges the crowd to reflect on their priorities. Are they working for food that cannot last, or for the food that endures to eternal life? At first, Jesus takes seriously the food that cannot last. Jesus fed the hungry multitude in the wilderness with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And so, the basic physical needs of people were very important for Jesus. He fed the hungry, healed the sick, He called on the rich to share with the poor. These basic human physical needs had to be met first. However, having fed the physical hunger of the crowd, some of that crowd want Jesus to give them more of the same food. And so, in response to this mindset of the crowd about Jesus being the provider of the physical bread, Jesus is now speaking of the food that endures to eternal life, which He is offering. He is calling on those who have gone looking for Him to attend to the deeper hunger in their lives, their spiritual hunger. And Jesus presents His very self as the one who can satisfy this spiritual hunger. And that is why Jesus equates working for the food that endures to eternal life with believing in Him. Because believing in Him is the one work that is required if that deeper hunger in our lives is to be satisfied. Like the hunger for a love that is unconditional, the hunger for forgiveness, for truth, for justice, for peace, and ultimately, our hunger for God. Brothers and sisters, looking now into our own very lives, in our present situation, very often, we still cannot ignore our physical hunger, because when we are hungry, we eat. But it is also undeniable that we can easily ignore those deeper hungers which Jesus alone can satisfy. And this is why Jesus draws attention so strongly in today's gospel to the importance of working for the food that endures to eternal life. May I ask, do we make this importance of working for the food that endures to eternal life, our spiritual hungers, a priority in our life today? May our mature faith in the risen Lord inspire us to persevere every moment of our life for the food that endures to eternal life, not just the food that couldn't last. And with that same faith in God, may we have the courage to strive in addressing the spiritual hungers, not only our physical hunger.